Alright, thank you, my people. Welcome back. This one is a very sad one. It has been that a lot of things have really been happening at the moment. As it stands, parents are meant to hold and caution their children because the level of cultism being experienced in some secondary school. Could you imagine as pandemonium in Akwa Ibom? Suspected cultists stabbed secondary school students to death. My good people, it is a very sad one. An SS2 student of community secondary school in Akwa Ibom State has been stabbed to death by a suspected cultist. James Elijah was killed on Thursday, being 10th of March, by Mr. Samuel Archibong, who had previously been expelled from the school over court-related activities. Meanwhile, the state government, in a move to protect other students, have shut down the school while urging parents to ensure that their wares remain indoors. The Community Comprehensive Secondary School, Akwa Ibom, Alka or Fort, in the Uyo local government area of Akwa Ibom State has been shut down. The Alright, onto this what we have gathered so far. The school was closed after a suspected cultist, Samuel Archibong, stabbed an SX2 student, James Elijah, to death on Thursday, 10th of March. It was gathered that the suspected cultist was a former student of the school who was expelled from the institution over cases related to cultism, but he refused on the said day to kill Elijah. A source who spoke on the matter said that Archibong had brought out a knife and stabbed Elijah after a minor disagreement with him. My good people, the thing has been onto this. A lot of things have really been said. Elijah really ran out away after stabbing James to death. Those angry students could have killed him if they had met him at home. They must have gone to his father's house to revenge their colleague's death, the source from the school said. Confirming the incident, the Akwa Ibom State Commissioner of Education, Idinjeste Etiabek, announced the shutting of the school. Etiabek, while advising parents to ensure their wares remain indoors, said the State Secondary Education Board and the Ministry of Education in Akwa Ibom State will look into the matter and restore normalcy to the school. Also addressing journalists on Friday, March, the spokesperson for the Akwa Ibom Police Command, Adok Magdong, described the incident as barbaric and regrettable. Magdong said it is again regrettable that yesterday, being March 10th of March 2020, a student of Akwa Ibom Community Secondary School, one Samuel Efong Achebong, stamped his mate, 18 years old James Elijah, a dog, to death. Meanwhile, this is not the first time we have witnessed an act of this nature, and it is totally unacceptable. He continued to say that the command will henceforth deploy officers on the special surveillance onto to check excess of students in various schools in the state. Bamisa's murder, BRT driver sent to prison for 30 days. Court gives reason. Nice. Andrew Omini Mokoron. Okay, the BRT driver accused of killing Oluwabamise Ayawole was arraigned on Friday, 11th of March. Omini Koron was subsequently remanded in prison for 30 days by the magistrate court in Yaba, Lagos State. The suspect was recommended pending illegal device from the Lagos State Directorate of Public Prosecution (DPP), the court explained. Tiwa Savage, in the other way around, reacts to death of 22-year-old Basime who boarded BRT. Meanwhile, award-winning Nigerian singer Tiwa Savage has also joined many in mourning the death of 22-year-old Bamise, who was allegedly brutally murdered by Omini Koron, the BRT driver. Basime Bamise, by your pardon, went missing after they boarded a public transit on her way back from work on Saturday, February 26th. She was said to be visiting her brother. Tiwa Savage expressed heartbreak through a post on her Instagram story as she queried how women turn up dead from going back or going about their various life activities. The singer also shared a photo of the late Bamise. Well, my good people, a lot have already been said, and the truth has been that it is quite painful that something like this could lead to the death of an individual because of insecurity, because of challenges of life. But that is not a reason for one to take one's life off. Pandemonium in Akwa Ibom State. Suspected cultist stabs student, an SS2 student of community secondary school in Akwa Ibom to death by suspected cultists in the person of James Elijah was killed on Thursday. It's a very painful one, my good people. Without wasting much of your time, well, let me have your take on this, as that has been onto this one. Meanwhile, as it gets to the table of the commissioner of Akwa Ibom State, they are really in a move to protect other students from having same incident, and therefore schools have been shut down. The school in particular have been shut down while urging parents to ensure that their wares remain indoors. The community comprehensive secondary school where the incident took place, it is also known as Airport in the Uyo local government area of Akwa Ibom State, has been shut down. And that is coming right from boys on what we have gathered. And the school was closed after a suspected cultist, Samuel Achibong, stabbed an SS2 student. It's a very painful one. And that has been onto this, my good people. Well, I don't know much more to say about this. It's a very bad incident, and legit Nigeria has really made this clear that it is a very painful one, and we can't keep talking about insecurity as if insecurity have turned to something that is normal. Let me have your take on this, my good people. Please send them and remember to tap on the subscription button for more update. Thank you and God bless you.